Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Army Public School PMA Resource Network. Before we start our today's subject science, don't forget to subscribe this page and click on the bell icon so that you can receive our new videos well in time. In our today's subject, we are going to discuss the topic states of matter: boiling, evaporation and condensation. Sequence as flashed. First of all, we will recap the previous knowledge. As you know, matter, what is matter? Anything that has weight and occupies space is called matter. Matter can exist in three states, that is solid, liquid and gas. Then we will move towards introduction. Water undergoes a cycle that is called water cycle, and water cycle ensures the continuous supply of fresh water on earth. Water can change in state through boiling, through evaporation and through condensation. Learning objectives. To explain that heating and cooling changes the state of matter, to explain boiling and describe the factors that change the boiling point of a liquid, to define and discuss evaporation, to differentiate between boiling and evaporation, and to describe the factors affecting the rate of evaporation. This is the combination lecture of week 5 and week 6. The topics that are related to week 5 are following. Why do changes in state take place? Changes in state take place by heating or cooling a substance. It means that when we heat or cool a substance, changes in state take place. For example, water. We will take the example of water, as water can exist in all three forms of matter. As solid it is ice, as liquid it is water, and as gas it is steam. You can see in the diagram that changes in state take place through different processes, that is melting, boiling, freezing, evaporation, condensation and sublimation. First of all, solid can change into liquid through melting. Liquid can change into gas through boiling or evaporation. Solid can directly change into gas through sublimation. And the reverse process is that gas can change into liquid through condensation. Liquid can change into solid through freezing. Now we will discuss what is boiling and boiling point. Boiling. Boiling is the process of heating a liquid until it changes into a gas. Boiling point. The temperature at which a liquid boils is known as its boiling point. For example, the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius or 100 degrees centigrade. At this temperature, at 100 degrees Celsius, water continues to boil until all of it changes into water vapor. This water vapor at 100 degrees Celsius is known as steam, and degrees Celsius is the unit to measure temperature. You can observe the diagram in which water changes into water vapor, and this water vapor has temperature 100 degrees Celsius. So, the water vapor at 100 degrees Celsius is known as steam. Boiling point at different altitude. The boiling point of water will be different at different altitudes. When we boil water at high altitude, mountain, its boiling point will be lower than 100 degrees Celsius. Why this happens? This is because the boiling point of water depends on air pressure. The air pressure at high altitudes, that is up to a mountain, is lower, so boiling point of water will also be lower at high altitude, because boiling point depends upon air pressure. You can see in the diagram, boiling point is shown at different altitude. At high altitude, the boiling point is lower as the air pressure is lower. At plain areas, that is at lower altitude, at sea level, the boiling point of water is high because the air pressure is higher at sea level. Now these topics are related to week 6. What is evaporation? When a liquid gains enough heat to change from the liquid state to the gaseous state, that is called vapors, this process is called evaporation. It means that when a liquid gains heat and changes from its liquid state to the gaseous state, this process is known as evaporation. For example, if you spray perfume on your arm, the droplet will soon disappear. So the droplets will evaporate. After perfume is sprayed onto a surface, its droplets will soon evaporate. Like perfume, the sweat on your skin will eventually disappear due to evaporation. After it rains, puddles of water will dry up due to evaporation. Clothes become dry due to evaporation, as water changes from its liquid state to the gaseous state, and gaseous state of liquid is called vapors. Now we will discuss the difference between boiling and evaporation. As boiling and evaporation are two different processes, evaporation takes place all the time in an environment, while boiling takes place at a fixed temperature, and this fixed temperature is its boiling point. Evaporation occurs on the surface of liquid only, while boiling occurs throughout the liquid. Evaporation is very slow. It occurs slowly, while boiling is very fast. It occurs fastly. You can see in the diagram, boiling and evaporation are shown. And these two processes are different from each other. Boiling is a fast process, while evaporation is a slow process. Boiling occurs throughout the liquid, while evaporation occurs on the surface of liquid only. Boiling takes place at fixed temperature, that is at its boiling point, while evaporation takes place all the time in an environment. What are the factors that affect the rate of evaporation? So, we will discuss the factors affecting the rate of evaporation. What is rate of evaporation? How quickly water changes from the liquid to the gaseous state is called rate of evaporation, and it is affected by many factors. These factors are: number 1, temperature. The higher the temperature of the surrounding, the higher the rate of evaporation. It means if the temperature is higher in the surrounding, the rate of evaporation will be higher. Number 2, in hotter surrounding, water can gain more heat and evaporate faster. It means that in summer, water can gain more heat and evaporate faster as compared to winter season. You can see in the diagram that in hotter surrounding having more sunlight, the rate of evaporation will be faster as compared to the colder surrounding. The second factor is wind. The greater the amount of wind, the faster the rate of evaporation. It means that if there is more wind, the rate of evaporation will be faster. Second point is that when there is wind, the water vapor that is formed near the surface of water, when the water evaporates, is carried away more quickly. You can see in the diagram. In first diagram, the test tube and bowl having water is exposed to wind that is produced by fan. The rate of evaporation will be faster here as compared to the other bowl which is not exposed to the wind produced by fan. Third factor is exposed surface area. First of all, I will explain that what is exposed surface area. The area of the water exposed to the air is known as exposed surface area. So the area of water that is exposed to air, that is uncovered, is known as exposed surface area. Second point, the larger the exposed surface area, the higher the rate of evaporation. It means that if the exposed surface area is larger, the rate of evaporation will be higher. Third point, with a large exposed surface area, more heat and wind can come into contact with the water. This increases the rate of evaporation. As you can see in the diagram, first is test tube and second is bowl. Test tube has less surface area as compared to bowl, and bowl has more and larger exposed surface area as compared to test tube. So bowl has larger exposed surface area and here the rate of evaporation will be faster. The fourth factor is humidity. What is humidity? Humidity refers to the amount of water vapors present in the air. Second point is the higher the humidity level, the lower the rate of evaporation. If there is more humidity, then the rate of evaporation will be lower. You can see in the diagram, if a bowl of water is placed in airtight container, the space above and around the water is slowly filled with more and more water vapors. As the water from the bowl evaporates, the humidity increases and less water is able to evaporate. It means that in humid day, the rate of evaporation will be slower because there are already water vapors present in the surrounding. While in dry and hot day, the humidity is less or there is no humidity, then the rate of evaporation will be faster because there will be more space in the surrounding for the newly formed water vapors due to evaporation. Today's success criteria. Remember that water in gaseous state is called water vapor. Number 2, temperature at which a liquid boils is known as its boiling point. Number 3, temperature, wind, exposed surface area and humidity affect the rate of evaporation. Number 4, remember to read the text and study the pictures carefully to answer the questions. Number 5, draw and label the diagrams carefully with the help of a lead pencil only. Number 6. Use the correct scientific terminology. Now it's time for today's homework related to week 5. Chapter 3, States of Matter. New vocabulary words to be noted down on loose sheets from page 49 to 52, and these vocabulary words are evaporation, condensation, steam, attitude. Parents to help their children in finding the meanings of these words from dictionary. Now you can click on these green hyperlinks to see more videos on topics that are mentioned. You have to read textbook from page 49 to 52 very carefully and attentively so that your written work would be easier for you. Your written work to be done on loose sheets, and your written work is definitions of matter, states of matter, water vapor, boiling and boiling point. Now it is the homework of week 6. Note: new vocabulary words to be noted down on loose sheets from pages 53 to 57. Evaporation, condensation, steam and altitude. Parents to help their children in finding the meaning of these words from dictionary. You can click on these green hyperlinks to see videos under complete parental supervision. Now reading textbook page 53 to 57 is must before attempting the written work. Now your written work should be done on loose sheets, and your written work is define the following: evaporation, humidity, wind, temperature and surface area. This was all about my lecture. I hope you got each and every point. Thank you. Take care and Allah Hafiz.